guys, it's Ricky here and welcome to another video. If you're new here, welcome. I review a lot of activewear because I like to wear a lot of activewear and I like colors and stuff, and yeah, just subscribe and like, and you know what to do. And if you're returning, then thank you so much for your continuing support. And today I will talk about a video that someone has requested, and it's front seam leggings. You might have noticed there's a whole big thing now in the activewear world where everyone's like, oh my god, they still do front seam leggings, why is there still front seam leggings? And to be honest, I never realized that front seam leggings cost camel toe until the point in time when all of a sudden this was such a big thing, and you know, then I was like, oh, do I get camel toe with this? And you know, so a lot of companies have started to get rid of their front seams in their leggings, and honestly, yes, most of the times that doesn't cost camel toe, but sometimes I also get camel toe with that. So yeah, and sometimes I don't get camel toe with front seam leggings. So I really think maybe it's not the seam so much. I mean, having the seam in the front might actually help getting that camel toe, so it's not helping at all, if you know what I mean. But yes. I know that some people really like to have their front seams, and sometimes I also like to have a front seam because sometimes, I know I said sometimes a lot, the front just looks empty without a seam there, so you know, I do get it, and with some designs actually it looks nicer to have that front seam. Of course, if it's uncomfortable, then you know, you shouldn't have to suffer from having a front seam, but I think like we should worry less about like, you know, what other people see, like, oh my god, they can see my cellulite, oh my god, they can see this, oh my god, like, because no one, like, if they really stare at you in the gym because of that, you know, then that's not your problem, right? So you have to be a little more confident. And yes, like I said, not all front seam leggings cost a camel toe anyway. So I selected a few of my favorite front seam leggings. There isn't that many anymore out there. Because like I said, a lot of companies got rid of it, but there are a few leggings. Some of them are actually even some of my favorite leggings that do have a front seam and continue to have a front seam. Because Buff Bunny, for example, started to get rid of all their front seams, so there's like rosa leggings with and without a front seam, for example. But there are some companies that still continue to make their leggings with a front seam. And yes, let's dive into it. I have a few different brands today, so yeah, let's just get into it. And I will just start with Cleo Harper. So I've done a Cleo Harper review before, and all the leggings have a front seam as far as I know. I do have two of the leggings and I actually really like them. They're not cheap, but they're like great quality, and the fabric feels like kind of more performance-y but super soft and like stretchy and luxurious. And I never noticed having a problem with camel toe with their leggings, even though they do have a front seam. And I really love to wear these for like, not just for my yoga pictures or like for yoga or something, but I also like to wear them to the gym because they are kind of also sweat wicking and breathable and cool to the touch. So I have two different pairs of leggings that I want to talk about from them. There is the Rain leggings. So I think now they do the Rain 2.0. I have these in this print that I do not remember the name of right now, but they do come in different prints now. I haven't seen this one on the website anymore because I've had these leggings for like over a year now. But they do have these Rain leggings still in other really, really nice prints as well. And we have the Maison legging. But let's start talking with the Rain leggings. So these are a little more basic than the Maison legging. We do have a top seam, but I think with this like kind of like, you know, more performance-y material, I do like to have the top seam because that way they stay up and do not slide down on you. We do have this luxurious looking metal logo here. I hope you can see it. So that gives it kind of like a nice luxurious touch. We do have the front seam because that's the whole point of the video. And then in the back we also just have like a simple back here. It's a pretty thick waistband, so the waistband is double layered. And it's also slightly tapered in, which is really, really nice. Yes, and I like their prints always as well because they're really, really nice looking prints. And usually when they come out with like collections, it's just like a really whole like thing that works well together and just looks so good. But yeah, like I said, I really like their leggings, this fabric, and yes, very luxurious. I always get a medium with them because especially with the top seam, like I said, you know, it's not going to slide down on you anyway. And this is a polyester elastane blend. And yeah, oh, did I mention that Cleo Harper is an Australian brand, but they do shipping like Alpha Yoga, so basically you get customs and whatever fees get applied when you check out, so you can already see how much you pay in total, and there's no added costs anymore when it gets imported to your country, Europe, or you know, North America. But yeah, let's just try these rain leggings on. Alright, first Cleo Harper leggings. So the rain leggings, like I said, they have a 2.0 version now. But yeah, so they have the top seam, and of course it's gonna cost a little bit of like a, you know, tiny like spillage up top, but I don't really mind because I feel so secure with these. And yeah, they have a lot of stretch. There's still like a bit of, you know, space left. And yeah, I just think they're super comfortable. Like I feel like I could sweat in these and I'd still be fine. Also because of the pattern, obviously you wouldn't be able to see it that well. Yeah, and there are basically like a 7/8 nearly full length on me. And yeah, and like I said, a lot of stretch. And of course, if you were to pull these up even higher, you could definitely get a little bit of camel toe action here. But like if you just wear them where they're supposed to sit, and I mean they're still super high-waisted for me, there's my belly button, there's no issue. I don't feel the front seam, and you know, I feel like I can just move and do everything. So yeah, like I said, they always feel super luxurious, and this little golden label thing here kind of adds to that. So yeah, and yes, these are printed on white, like you can see that here, but since the pattern is also kind of like different shades of blue, the fact that you're stretching them out more in some areas doesn't really, you know, come across that obviously. And like I said, they also do have them in dark colors, and then they won't stretch out or won't be printed on white. So, you know, you have a choice of patterns there. Alright, onto the Cleo Harper Maison leggings. So these are basically the same cut and fabric as the rain leggings. So we also have this top seam on the waistband. The waistband is still thick and double layered. Same fabric as I said, but we do have this added mesh panel here on the leg, so that's adding like a small detail here. And we also have it on the other side here, so this like really fine mesh. You can definitely see through it because it's mesh, but yeah, that's just kind of adding a little more breathability, like a little twist to their standard leggings. And of course the front seam, and then just very simple in the back. And oh yeah, the gold logo, of course, so they always do that. It's just so nice. Yeah, let's just try these on. Alright, so this pair, like I said, fabric wise, completely the same as the other Cleo Harper leggings. We have the metal logo detailing here. We do have the front seam. So this one, I feel like you can probably get a little more camel toe, but like it's not uncomfortable, like I can move. And these also come a little bit lower, so you know, you have the tendency to pull them up a bit higher, and then you might get some issues down here. But yeah, I don't think it's bad at all. Like I feel, you know, I don't feel uncomfortably uncomfortable. So yeah, and we have actually a pocket in the waistband here, so from the inside you can put something in there. And then the absolutely biggest difference, of course, is this mesh layer here. And also these are shorter on me, so if you're a bit of a taller person, I would definitely recommend the rain leggings, because yeah, these are definitely shorter, don't come up as high. As you can see my belly button here, the other one came up to here. But yeah, I still think they're cute. I really love this color, but they also come in black as far as I remember and know. In other words, they're exactly the same, very comfortable, slightly tapered waist band, and we have the top seam here. So yeah. Alright, moving on to some Alphalete. I know if you've watched my videos, you know that I'm currently not ordering anything from Alphalete, but I do continue to wear the stuff that I have because I do really love some of their leggings. And I'm, yeah, very sad I'm not going to order from them right now, but you know, I'm not, you know, seeing the point of paying double that. But yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just check out my video on the Alphalete, my recent video. But otherwise, let's get into the Alphalete leggings that I have. So I do have these Alphalete Alphalux pocket leggings. I'm not sure if they still make them or if they've made them recently, but I do love these a lot. So I usually wear these, like, once they're washed again, I wear them again. So I think it's also partially due to this beautiful like teal color. I think this was like Trident blue or something. But yeah, so these are the Alphalux fabric. You can definitely see that like some of it has pilled a little over time. That's just what happens, but like I said, I've worn them a lot as well. We have the front seam here in the front, of course, and we have pockets on the side here, and then in the back we have this nice V-tapered shape down there, and this luxurious like rubber logoing, I don't even know if that's a word, but let's try these on. Alright, this Alphalux fabric is super soft, and yeah, I don't have any issue with the front seam here. We do have no top seam at the top, so that's quite nice, so no cutting in. We do have the pockets here on the side, so I really love that for like, you know, if I actually go like hiking or something, I can put my phone in there, because sometimes my jackets don't have like zipper pockets, and it's more like to fall out of a pocket like this than out of this, so that's nice to have. They're also super stretchy. Of course, they might have stretched out over the years that I've had these, so I'm not 100% sure. And kind of full length on me, also a nice touch to it. But yeah, like I said, this fabric has pilled a little over time, but it's nothing major. So I still wear these because I love the color so much. I love like this small V detailing there. And they're just super comfortable, and always looks good with like a nice black top on top when you just go to the gym. Always, you know, good outfit. So yeah, I love these. And yeah. Alright, next pair of Alphalete leggings. These are basically my absolute favorite leggings for high intensity workouts. So when I do like circuit training, when I do some HIIT workouts, I usually tend to wear my Alphalete OG Revivals. So I do have multiple colors of these. I just randomly picked one that wasn't dirty, or in the laundry, you know. I mean, they're not necessarily dirty, right? They're just, yeah, you don't want to touch them before they get washed. So here we do have a front seam always, and I've reviewed these before in my favorite activewear video as well, so I'll keep it short. We have some fun paneling. They're super stretchy. They feel like kind of like, you know, cottony, like, but also like performance-y. They're like I said, super stretchy. We have mesh paneling underneath your butt here, and then again further down the leg, and also here across the thighs and across the legs. And yeah, they actually do have just a straight waistband in the back, so no glute tape, like glute accentuation or anything, but you really don't need this with these. And they just stay up so well, and I never have to worry about these when I do my HIIT workouts. And you also barely can see the sweat, which is really good, because you know when you do HIIT workouts, you're just sweating substantially. So yeah, but it's never too visible in these, and like I said, I also like they're super high-waisted, so I never like worry like about having to pull them up again or anything. Yeah, they're not super squat proof. That's the only downside to these, but honestly I rather have the comfort and everything with these when I do my HIIT workouts than worrying about it if someone is staring, you know, at my butt crack. So yeah, let's just try these on. Alright, here are the Alphalete OG Revivals. So I believe this is the Palace Blue color, but I have them in so many colors, and like I said, I just love to, you know, be like, okay, which color do I feel like today? And then I just pull that out. I think my current favorite are a dark green, which is not too old, so I think that's what was called Pine or something, and a dark red, Black Cherry, I think. So these launched not too long ago. But yeah, I also really love my blues. And so these we talked about, they have these fun panels here across your leg, and then also down here still. And then on the sides, this top panel goes up here and kind of comes underneath your glutes to kind of flatter a little bit. If you wanted to, you could probably also pull the fabric to kind of be between your butt cheeks, you know, but I don't really mind having it fit normally. So yeah, I go for comfort, and I really love these. They have no top seam, they just stay put. There's still a lot of stretch in these, so I guess like if I really wanted to, I could probably size down to a small, but I love that they're so, you know, stretchy and you can just do anything. And yeah, like I said, you barely see sweat in these, so if you look super close, so if I basically look down at my crotch, I could probably see that there's a little bit of sweat, but no one comes as close to your crotch, I hope. Check if you did sweat. So yeah, and this front seam really does not bother me at all. I guess also because there's so much space in the fabric, you know, there's so much stretch. And like I said, you don't need to pull them up any higher because they're already super high-waisted. I know people roll them down sometimes as well because I don't like it that high-waisted, but I just love it because it keeps me tucked in for those high-intensity workouts. So yeah, I really love these. Alright, next up I have a new favorite of mine, which is a Popflex Hourglass legging. I will say though, since they always come out with different fabrics, it's not every Hourglass legging that I like as much. So I just recently got the Popflex new cottagecore collection when they had the Hourglass legging but in a different fabric with no front seam then. And I do have to say I prefer these because even with the no front seam I got a camel toe. And with these I didn't notice it that much at all, and I just prefer this Buttersoft compressed fabric to the new Buttersoft brushed fabric, I believe, but that Popflex review will come as well soon. But yes, so if you like these crisscross waist leggings, I'm thinking about doing a video solely on crisscross waist, but I really love these Buttersoft compressed Popflex leggings from their Tropicana collection. So they had them in this lime green and in the blue. You can check out my video from this collection as well, where I talk a bit more in detail about these. But yes, they do have a front seam. I do not notice any issues with it. I really love how these hug me in. You definitely have to size up if you're in between sizes, but then they hug you in so nicely and just accentuate the waist. And yeah, the fabric is nice and soft. It is not very squat proof. Again, the color is very light, so that makes sense. But yeah, I just like the fit of these, and yeah, the front seam, no issue at all. Let's try these on. Alright, onto the Popflex cross waist Hourglass leggings. So these are a bit harder to get on, but that's also because you're so snatched in by the waistband. You basically just need to get that waistband over your butt area. But I did it, they're on, I feel super snatched in, super tucked in here. They're super high-waisted, so a little bit will roll down here in the back because they're so high-waisted. I guess I could pull them down a little bit lower, and then that wouldn't happen. But yeah, so my belly button's down here, completely covered by the cross waist. And we do have the front seam, but I don't really feel it invading me at all. And yeah, like I said, with the new collection, they got rid of this front seam, so if you do like these with the front seam, the Tropicana collection has these. So these come in blue, magique, and in lime. Yes, and I would definitely recommend this because you're so tucked in and so nice. They do show a little bit of cellulite because they're such a light color, so, and they're not super thin. So like the Buff Bunny Nuber fabric or the Alphalux fabric definitely feel a little bit thicker, so they do cover a little more, and of course also the darker colors will cover more anyway. But yeah, still I feel super snatched in, so if you have a tiny waist and a big butt like me, then these are really good. Unfortunately, the cottagecore ones are not as good in this, but you can just watch my upcoming video on this, on the cottagecore Popflex. Because for now, yeah, we just admire these crosswise leggings. And like I said, no front seam issue here. They are more of a 7/8 length on me. Popflex leggings are always kind of short if you're on the taller side. I don't really want to say I'm on the taller side because I feel like I'm an average height, but you know what I mean. And yeah, this is just such a pretty, like, bold color and no problems with the front seam. Alright, next up I have some Amen leggings, or tights as they like to call them. So I recently got some in this new fleur print, super cute. So they usually have these tights in a print. So if you don't like prints, there's also like more subtle prints like this dog tooth print, but essentially these are always the same tights when they have the print. I just noticed like a difference, for example, in how they did the seams. Let me just show you. So here we have the seams. You can obviously see here the stitching, whereas with the dog tooth ones, for example, the stitching is not visible on the outside. You can just see that there is, you know, something, but the stitching is on the inside then here. So that was interesting. But so generally these are always the same tights. So if you, like I said, if you like some prints, you know, you can always find some fun ones with Amen. Yeah, so these are the newer ones. Of course, with prints, usually printed on white, but they will stretch out a little. With this dogtooth one, the one on brown, it is actually printed on brown here. So you don't have a lot of danger of it stretching out too much, so it will show the white with this one because there's no white. Yes, and these I really, really like. They're super cute. They fit very well. Like, it's kind of tight in the beginning, but they kind of like mold to your body. So the first 2 times maybe when you wear them, you're like trying to get them on, but after that it'll just be good. And once you have them on also, like, they just feel amazing. They just don't move. They move with you, of course, but they don't like slide down or anything. We have no top seam here, so that's also nice. We have, same as with Cleo Harper, we have a nice metal logo here, but it is silver for Amen. I'm just checking if they were also, yeah, also silver on the other one, so I think they just do silver. And they do have a front seam. Again, I never really have any issues with this. And we do have slightly tapered glute seams here in the back. And yeah, this material is like also more performance-y, lightweight, like more cool to the touch. So a bit more like the Cleo Harper stuff. And yeah, I just find they fit well, and they look cute. Let's see them on. Alright, here's these flowery Amen tights. So yeah, I never have a problem with the front seams of these either. I guess if you were to pull them like higher, maybe you could feel it a little more, but I mean they're already super high-waisted again. So this is where my belly button is. They sit up here. No top seam, so less spillage up top. We have this cute logo here. And yeah, in contrast to the Cleo Harper, it's silver. They are basically 7/8 to full length on me. And yeah, so these are printed on white. You can probably see a little bit, especially around my bum area. It's a little bit more, just pull this properly, a little bit less blue maybe than the waistband itself. But I personally don't have a problem with that. And yeah, I just think these are cute. And they're more performance-y as well. So yeah, you can definitely sweat in these, and you'll be fine. You also won't see it because of all the pattern happening, of course. But I think they're also just cute for, like, you know, with a nice jumper. Just put that on top and just put some shoes on and just go. So yeah, I think these are cute. And like I said, there's other patterns, even like animal prints. They do have a lot of snake print patterns. They do have what I showed you, the dog tooth, if you're like a more, you know, quiet person and you don't want loud prints. And yeah, they're just nice and comfy and cute. Alright, and my last pair of leggings that I want to show you is, so I mean, they're more of a yoga brand, and I haven't actually bought too much from them recently because they came out with a lot of pocket leggings. So if you like pocket leggings as well, pocket and front seams, they're for you. And if you're also shorter, because they do a lot of like 7/8 that end up being like more capris on me, which is why I think I haven't ordered from them recently. But I do love their prints and the vibrancy. So this is Dharma Bums Active. They're also an Australian brand. They do a lot of stuff from recycled water bottles, and their fabric is still like super soft and nice. And this is also, again, more performance-y, more cool to the touch. They do have top seams generally on their leggings. The prints are also printed on white, but I never mind too much. We do have front seams on these, just a simple seam in the back, so nothing too exciting. But they do have super cute prints. I like to wear these a lot also for traveling because they're just comfortable and soft and everything. And yeah, they look cute with all the cute prints. So I'm not sure if they still make this one, but like in general, their leggings are always the same. It's just the print that differs. And yeah, let's just try these on. Alright, here are the Dharma Bums leggings. So these also have the top seam. And I'm really glad they do because, so I like the medium for, you know, the more relaxed fit in my thighs. Mainly because I still have a lot of fabric here. But yeah, I feel like I have a lot of space in the waist still. So if they didn't have the top seam, they'd probably slide down a little on me. But this way it's all nice and comfortable, and like I said, they're sleek and soft. Yeah, I never had an issue with the front seam with these, and I've definitely worn these like basically for days of traveling. Just walking around on like a touristy thing because, you know, I like to take my yoga pictures everywhere basically. So if I go on a trip somewhere else, you bet I have my yoga outfits with me or on me. So yeah, I've definitely like worn these everywhere, and I've never had an issue with this, or at least didn't notice having an issue with it. Because like I said, you know, I never knew camel toe was a thing before. But yes, otherwise like I wouldn't wear them for like high intensity stuff, but like they're great for like yoga and just relaxing, for some Pilates maybe as well. And they're also super long, so this is the full length. It's kind of even a bit long on me, but I don't mind too much. I can just bunch them up a little. And yeah, they're not really like super flattering on the glutes necessarily. But like I said, they're just like comfortable. They have these amazing patterns. They're just beautiful. That's usually the most eye-catching thing about it. And yeah, that's the Dharma Bums leggings. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, like I said, I mean, the front seam, no front seam discussion, you know, everyone has to decide for themselves what they kind of like more and what they prefer. And absolutely, if you do get camel toe and like it's kind of uncomfortable because you get a seam up your unmentionables, then of course you shouldn't have to suffer from front seams. But like I said, honestly, for me, it doesn't really matter if there's a front seam or not. I sometimes do get camel toes in either of these, or I don't. So I really do not know what the issue is. So I usually also wear underwear with my leggings, and then I put a panty liner in there, and then usually there's no problem. Yeah. And I've also seen there was like some TikTok like camel toe hacks that you can try where you take like a bra cup pad and like cut that into the shape of your underwear and like put it in there, and then you have that extra layer. There's like extra underwear that's like camel toe proof, and there's a lot of things. And yeah, honestly, like before, let's say last year, I didn't even know what a camel toe was. And then people started talking about camel toes and I was like, excuse me, what? So I think that's an issue that's pretty new, and yeah, I have no idea if it existed before or if we just all started noticing it and that's why all of a sudden this is such a big issue. But like I said, if it's uncomfortable for you, of course, absolutely, you know, go for that, enjoy that there's not that many front seams. But I just wanted to show you that there's front seam options that are really, really good, that don't necessarily give you a camel toe. They're maybe even some of the best leggings out there. And yes, also fulfilling a request from a dear viewer, so I hope you liked it. And yes, as always, if you have any like requests for reviews you want me to do, just, you know, comment down below, DM me on Instagram if you want. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!